What is our most limited resource? Time. And as a new entrepreneur, you don't have a lot of it. You probably still have a full-time job and you are juggling this full-time entrepreneurship at the same time. I said full-time twice on purpose. Part-time entrepreneurship journey and you have your full-time job. So you don't have a lot of time. What can we do? How do we save ourselves? Automation. This will help to save you time, energy, and money and help you to focus on what really matters in building your entrepreneurship journey. Listen to this episode. There's going to be some helpful tips here for you. Let's go ahead and get to it. Welcome to another episode of the Success Spectrum Podcast. I'm your host, Kadeem McLean, and today we're talking about this wonderful thing called automation, which a lot of us for some reason see as a luxury, but it's not a luxury. Really, automation is something that is a must. It is necessary. It is needed, because without it, we are going to use a lot of time, our greatest resource, doing menial tasks that are not really RGAs, revenue-generating activities. It's not really helping to move the needle. It's needed, but it's not really moving the needle. It's not a sale. It's not an interaction with a customer per se. And there's a lot of these things that we can take off of our plate. I'm sure you can already think of some things that come to mind, which are little emails you might send, right? A follow-up email even, or emails or communication back and forth, attempting to schedule a meeting. There's tools, there's resources, there's freemium software, free software that you can utilize to make this more efficient for you and for your potential customers. And that's exactly what we're talking about today. So I want to first talk about how, again, time is, as a part-time entrepreneur, the most limited resource you have. Time. Energy is up there, but time is the most limited resource you have as an entrepreneur, all right? As a part-time entrepreneur. One of the myths here is I'll automate once I get more money. And I'm here to tell you that it's not a matter of waiting until you have money, because the automation is what will help you to scale and to get more money so that you can continue to run your business and automate even more from there, right? So again, the truth is automation buys you time and makes you more money, because now you can put your time where it's needed to focus on those RGAs, to focus on the things that are going to move the needle, as opposed to doing all these emails right now in the background, working on the background system. And I am a master at this, working on the background system, trying to make sure everything is in order before I really reach out to clients and customers. It doesn't help you. Let me tell you firsthand, it does not help you. It does not assist you in any way with moving the needle. Essentially, forgive me for this harshness, but again, I'm a master at this. I'm speaking to myself. You're wasting time. You're wasting time, you're wasting money, you're wasting resources. Automation will help you to free that up and to focus on what really needs to be done to move the needle for you. I know for myself, again, I was doing it all manually for the most part, reaching out to people and trying to make sure that the emails are going out on time and the whole 9 yards, right? Intake, follow-up emails, and it's time consuming. It is very time consuming. It is very energy consuming. And once I automated things, it became so much easier. I don't feel so drained. I don't feel so burnt out. And some of you might be feeling burnt out. Guess what helps? Automation. It helps you to retain your energy, to focus your energy where it needs to go. And a flame that is not focused, yeah, it's hot, but it's not a blue flame or a white flame, because if I'm not mistaken, white flames can cut steel. So when you narrow your focus and get rid of all these menial, small tasks, you can now do more damage in terms of, scaling and building what you're building. So let's get practical. What are some things you can automate right now? Lead capture and follow-up. Use a landing page or an email sequence, whatever you have on whatever platform you're using, right? Whether it's, MailerLite, ConvertKit, Go High Level, whatever system platform you're using, your capture and follow-up can be automated. Now, along with that, once you get that lead, if you're aiming to book appointments with them, schedule your appointment booking. Or rather, automate your appointment booking. You can use different tools like Calendly. There's another one called, I think, TidyCal. There's a lot of them out there. Instead of going back and forth with emails, I've been using this one for years, and it's saved me so much time and energy and effort. I just say, book me using my link, right? Book some time in my calendar whenever you're available. That's it. Instead of, are you free this day or that day? No, that doesn't work for me. Oh, okay. What about this day? Yeah, can we do 6? Okay, great. That eliminates all of that with multiple clients or customers. Just, hey, you have my link, book me in my calendar whenever you have availability. That's it. Simple, straightforward, right? And to this day, I still personally use the free version of Calendly. So guess what? You can do the same. It's free, right? It's a freemium. It's free software. So why not? Social media posts. Automate your social media posts. And this one, goodness, this one takes up so much time. Social media posting. It takes up so much time in your day, in my day personally, and I'm sure with yours, if you're still doing it manually. I've automated some things. I haven't automated everything yet. I have some issue personally with my Facebook connecting, and at this point, I'm like, you know what? Forget about the Facebook. I can deal with that another time. Let me automate everything else because it's just taking up too much time. Multiple hours almost every day. It's not needed. It's not necessary. That time could be put towards helping somebody. That time could be put towards RGAs, moving the needle, an actual live call with a customer. What is that saving me? It's saving me time. It's saving me energy. And it's saving me money because it can make me money as opposed to me just wasting money. If you want to look at time and money kind of connected here as an entrepreneur, because I'm not talking to anybody, I'm not doing any RGAs. I'm doing a social media post, which is not an RGA, right? So again, social media posting can definitely be automated. You can use a bunch of different tools. You know, there's no sponsorship here, but there's Metricool, there's Later, there's Buffer. There's a lot of them out there. There's probably newer ones that I'm unaware of. Client onboarding is another part of your system that can be automated right now. Welcome emails from form submission. You got intake questionnaires. You can use Typeform plus automation. There's Google Forms you can use. There's a whole bunch of different things you can use here. So that is another section that can be automated and set up for you. Just wanted to give you some practical steps or ideas here because it's, again, without automation, I know I keep repeating myself, but how much time, energy, and resources are we really wasting? Think about it. I wrote a book for you, and it's called Wings of Abundance, your strategic guide to uplift and empower you to financial overflow. What this book talks about is, one thing I like to talk about is the financial map. There's 2 points on any map. One is where you are, and the next one is where you want to go. This book, this strategic guide, will help you to determine where you are and where you want to go, and will also help you to bridge the gap. We talk about money mindset. We talk about the application of all the information that you know about finances and all the information that's in this book for you. There's resources in the back of the book. There's bonus information in there. We talk about how to overcome debt, how to build wealth, generational wealth. There's so many different strategies in here that you can utilize for yourself to get you to where you want to be financially. So again, if this is something that sounds interesting to you or anybody you know, because it's written in a language that even teenagers could read it, go ahead and click that link in the description and get yourself a copy. Me personally, I have an agenda. And on this agenda, I mark down just about every single thing I do in a day and the time frame in which it takes me to do it. That social media thing we talked about a moment ago, goodness, it was taking up so much time. Without me tracking it though, I wouldn't have realized how much time it was taking up. And I would have probably just continued doing it, although it's energy draining for me. So, you know, you can track it to see what you need to offload, if you will, and then start to offload it, right? Because oftentimes we need to let go to grow. We need to let go of some things to grow. As an entrepreneur, especially with a full-time job, you might also have a young family. You need to let go to grow. And how do we do that? Get rid of this thought, which is if I don't do it manually, it won't feel personal. What are you talking about? Did you write up the email and then automate it? Because what I'm getting at is it's an automated email, but you wrote it. So it's still personal, much less it's the first email that the person is seeing from you, the potential client. It's the first time they're seeing that email from you, but you wrote it once and it just gets to be sent out multiple times with their name in it. That seems pretty personal to me. Automation doesn't remove connection. It removes friction because we're sitting here not doing the RGAs because, oh, I need to send these emails. Oh, I got a new customer. I need to book a call with them. Send them your calendar link so that they can book time automatically. And you can automate that process with your welcome email. You don't need to do anything more. You see it in your calendar. Oh, okay, great. You show up with the information they gave you on your form, then you can have that call. That's an RGA, as opposed to using up all of your time, right? So you let go of the small things so that you can actually grow and focus on what matters most. We got to talk about automation versus delegation here because automation is important, delegation is important, but where you are is also important in that decision, but also what type of tasks we're talking about. So when it comes to automation is think about things that are repetitive. You might do it weekly, you might do it daily, and they're time consuming and they don't require a personal touch. Those are tasks that you can automate, things that you can automate. I gave you some examples, but let's say sending emails, reminding customers about calls, follow-up afterward, delivering lead magnets, posting scheduled content, creating wait lists or follow-up sequences. These are all things that can be automated. So here's a rule of thumb for you. If tasks can be done the same exact way every time, automate it. Why not? Delegation comes in where they're customized tasks, right? Tasks that you either customize or create, such as, things you got to design or anything along those lines. They require judgment or strategy, or they're outside of your genius. You're not familiar with how to do it, such as running an ad maybe, pay someone to run the ad for you. Videos, editing your videos, pay someone to edit videos for you. And, there's, again, the graphic design that can be automated, or rather delegated, not automated. Setting up complex automations. Maybe you're not familiar with the tool or platform you're using, how to set up automation. Delegate it. Ask somebody to do it for you. And just because you delegate doesn't mean you have to pay somebody, because your cousin might be good at it. Your family member might be good at it. And they might want to help you to build this thing. Great. Utilize them for now. I'm not saying don't pay them. You can still pay them something, but it doesn't necessarily, it doesn't have to be upfront. Maybe it doesn't have to be money. Maybe it could be, okay, great, let's go out to dinner on me because I appreciate your help. Managing client relationships or DMs, once you actually grow, that's something that can be delegated, because you don't want to automate something like that. Now that's where the personal touch comes in. That could be delegated though, because it's still personal. You trust this person in sharing your message, your intentions through these emails or through that contact, right? And you still get to build that relationship with the client. The rule of thumb for delegation is if tasks need a human brain or eat up too much time or your skill level, or it's above your skill level, delegate it, right? So the fear of letting go is really keeping us stuck. It will keep us exactly where we are, and it'll keep us in hustle mode. And, they say work harder versus work smarter. Do both. But if you're constantly in hustle mode, you're not working smarter. You can be in hustle mode, but work smarter by using automation and delegation. And that's exactly what I'm aiming to portray to you, and I hope you're getting it. As a subscriber to this podcast or a listener to this podcast, I want to give you $30. How am I going to do that? Enter Rakuten. Rakuten is a platform where you can find deals of the week. And on here, it doesn't matter if you're looking for clothes, it doesn't matter if you're looking for electronics, services, food, you can get cash back. $30 cash back, rather 30%, 20%, 4%. You can get Dyson, Yeti. I know a lot of us need to file our taxes. Those of us who are late, you can use Intuit TurboTax to file your taxes. Ancestry. There are deals upon deals on here. And here's how it's going to work. I refer you. You click the link in the description. You spend $30 on this platform. Guess what? We both get $30 back. Sounds like a win-win deal, doesn't it? Go ahead and click that link in the description and get yourself your $30. Some of you might be saying right now, okay, great, Kadeem, but budget. Great, understood. Let's talk about that again. I mentioned it earlier. Freemium, right? It's not premium, but it's freemium. It's free stuff that you can utilize right now, free software. Utilize those. There's free stuff out there. There are paid subscriptions for a lot of these things, like Calendly, for example. And if I remember, I'm going to drop some referral links down below in the description, if I have any, for the different platforms that I utilize, such as Calendly or maybe Go High Level. Don't hold me to it. Like I said, check down below. I'm going to try to remember. If I forget, forgive me, but it should be in the description. And so you can use freemium until you have cash flow, right? And the freemium might still be good for you even when you have cash flow. So you can utilize that. You can start with 1 to 2 core systems, such as email and scheduling. Maybe you don't need to do anything much other than that right now. Or email and scheduling, or rather maybe just email right now and social media, or scheduling and social media. Start with 2 core systems and build that out, because you don't need to do it all at once. You don't need to do it all overnight. These things stack and build up on each other over time. Start with 1 or 2 for now, then another month down the road or another couple weeks down the road, do the other 2, right? And just continue to build and stack on one another until your whole business, for the most part, is automated, or the things that need to be automated are automated. You're going to save yourself so much time and resources. You're going to look back and be like, why was I doing this manually? You're going to say, what was I doing wasting so much time on this stuff? And you're just going to be able to kind of metaphorically sit back and feel a little bit of peace, because you're not spending hours a day on these small tasks now. They're important for business, but they are small tasks that are not RGAs. But now you can focus on those RGAs and really focus on the parts of your business that you love. And being able to focus on the parts of your business that you love I hope is a stark reminder for you that you did not start this business to build a new cage for yourself. You started this business to build freedom for yourself. But if you're doing all these small tasks and it's just eating up time, money, and resources, while your spouse, while your family members, your loved ones are looking at you like you're crazy, you're looking at yourself like you're crazy because you're only looking at the four walls that you built for yourself in this new cage of yours. How do you break free from that? You have the key. Automation is one of those keys that you could utilize. You can utilize that key to open the lock and remove one of those walls. Now you can come and go freely because you're building that freedom for yourself. Think to yourself, what is one thing that I can do that I currently do every week that I can automate? Take it off of your plate, automate it. I was editing my videos at first for these podcast episodes. What am I doing editing videos? I know how. I'm not the best at it, but I can get it done pretty efficiently. However, that doesn't matter. How many hours am I spending a week to edit videos? No. Delegate that. There's people who can be paid to do that. Let them get paid for utilizing their super skills or their power, their skills, right? Let them do that. That's not what I need to be doing here. I need to be doing RGAs. I need to record. I need to send to somebody. Let them take care of the work. So write down 3. I know I mentioned 2 earlier. So 2 to 3 things that you can automate using the freemium software because maybe you're at a position right now where the income isn't all there for your business. Write down 3 things in your business, 3 tasks that you can automate over the next 7 days and start the automation process. All right. I know this episode was very quick, but I packed it with practical tips for you because as an entrepreneur, oftentimes you don't want to waste all your time. Let me just give it to you straight. Utilize this episode. Listen to it again if you need to. Share it with somebody who you know is an entrepreneur or who is a new coach, struggling with that 9 to 5 and building an entrepreneurship journey at the same time because they're burnt out. You've seen their calendar. You know what it looks like. Share this with them and hopefully it helps them. I know it will, but it can only help them if you share it with them. Thanks for listening to the end. Kadeem here, and I'll see you on the next one.